All right, Runeterra and Warmother's control. So, this is a kill all the things control deck. We've got 3 copies of Ruination here at the top end of our curve to kill all units. We've got Vengeance as spot removal. We've got Harsh Winds to stall the board a little bit. We've got cheaper removal like Vile Feast. We've got cheaper sweepers like Avalanche and the Box. And then the way we finish the game out after we take control of the game is we got 2 copies of the very powerful spell Warmother's Control here. So remember, even though mana in Runeterra only goes up to 10, you can bank up to 3 extra mana to technically cast up to 13 mana worth of spells in a single turn. So Warmother's Control here says summon the top ally from your deck now and at the start of each round. So Warmother's Call basically gives you an endless flow of idiots that overwhelm your opponent fairly quickly, generally speaking. We have 1 Thydamir as a heavy hitter to try and close things out. We've got some Soul Gorgers to stabilize our life total if it's one of our first hits. We've got a Nivea as a heavy hitter who levels up when she gets enlightened. And then we've got Thresh as a card that's a decent hitter that also has Challenger to act as another cheap removal spell. So let's go ahead and pop on in some games with this. For those asking, this is, yes, allies. So to understand Runeterra jargon, champions are champions. Followers are non-champion units. And then allies or units are everything. Includes both. We played Grixis Shadow in Modern. It was pretty reasonable. Had some okay games of Magic. Took a lot of mulligans, but had some okay decision points. Opponent playing Lucian Katrina here. Almost assuredly an aggressive deck with these 2 champions. This hand's pretty good. I think I'm actually keep all of these. I love the new version of Bridge. All the remakes of Bridge were wearing me out. Yep.
They're out there. I'll spot them.
You decked in the draft thing with Maokai. That's funny. So opponent is playing a deck that's pretty low to the ground here. We've got Avalanche, which is nice. Deals 2 to everything. This is a perfect Fizz emote opportunity here. Just gonna go ahead and pass here, see what they do. My 2/1 draws a card when it dies, Hippity. Hey, Thresh is a good boy. It took me until last night to realize that when you were saying Heimer VI, it wasn't some kind of weird sort of deck, and that it was just you pronouncing VI super incorrectly. Come on now. This card's very good because it gives them an elite when it dies. I think I'm just passing here and see what they do. So we'll go ahead and deal 3 here to finish this off. Oh, I want to wait till after combat, right? Because your health can't go above 20. So we'll do this, take 3, and then do this, which lets me go back up to 19. Right, because spells always happen before combat damage. He's a hungry boy, chat.
Soldiers to me.
It's a 6/6. Okay. See if they open on attacks here or not.
Still so much to learn.
Do I want a Ruination here? Is that even where I'm at in life? Okay, I think I just Vengeance the 6/6.
For the glory of Demacia.
Gonna block this one because and I can show this. So if I block this one, I end up at 18. But if I block this one, I end up at 16 because I can't go above 20. So again, which one I'm blocking here, super relevant. Combat resolves left to right. My health cannot go above 20.
Flavor and spice.
What if I just Avalanche here? Then, like, this can finish their stuff off. I'm gonna Avalanche and see what they do. They might deploy another unit here.
Been a long path to get here.
I'm gonna do this. There's a chance they open on attacks next turn, but I also feel like there's a chance they might play something else out pre-combat, and then we'll Ruination them. They might just crack us for 11. Yeah, I think this is right. Yeah, opponents played this well. I don't think we're gonna get them.
Living dead, no matter.
Da, 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 da. We are, Jin.
I've got your back.
I'm just gonna go ahead and put them in a box here. Just gonna take my 2-for-1, not be greedy. So, it's going into their turn. So if I wait to try and... If I wait to try and do it next turn, if my opponent doesn't play anything... Oh, I guess this is bad because now they get to Blade's Edge this, right? Oh, they didn't. Okay, fair. Because they're probably going to open on attacks here.
You can see the Demacian border from here. Slow down, will you?
That's a great pickup. So Thresh levels when he's seen 6 things die. So working our way up to that.
Don't fear the dark.
Oh, but they will, Sarah.
Okay, and this is enough life gain here that we'll be able to
Ready the torches.
so we'll do this.
Alert the village.
Full draw here. Let's clean this board up. We'll bank some mana for next turn.
Show them what we're made of.
Been here for what seems like forever. Happy you convinced me to give this a try. Probably the best card game there is right now. I agree, Tron Dragon. Big agree. Thanks for the 46 months. I appreciate it. Okay, they have another close combat here. To kill my egg, or like, what's the deal? They must have another one, right?
Safeguard our citizens.
I'm not dead yet. I'm gonna stay at 4 so I don't get burned out by mistake here. They do have a small Noxious Splash in their deck.
One candle for every soul.
Oh, this gets Thresh and not Anivia. That's awkward. I knew that somewhere. Somewhere in my heart of hearts I knew this was getting Thresh and not Anivia.
I'm actually here.
I think we're stabilized at this point.
Fall by my sword.
We're going up to 7 here, and I've got a Harsh Winds left over. Yeah, it's a Twitch bug that if you're here and I change games, you have to refresh your page to get the new overlay. Okay, Thresh is halfway leveled.
Let the bloodshed begin. They're afraid. They should.
So she can't strike if she doesn't have attack. So she gonna die.
Done.
Yeah, the turns play out simultaneously, which is fantastic. Gives you the fact that you're basically drawing a card on each player's turn and getting mana back means you just have a lot more to do on average than in most games of Magic.
Guy.
What's up, oldest son?
My bad guy.
He's pretty cool. You like him?
He's not how much I like. What can he do? What he do?
What does he do? Why is your brother having battle calls in the background? No, we won! That says victory! Victory!
If you did the win one.
You got here and we won. Is it because you're really good at games?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I always winning. Okay. Maybe I just won. Maybe I just play a card.
You want to help pick some of the cards?
Sure. How about we trade the cards?
Thresh, Karma, probably another control deck.
How about with you help?
I think we don't want the box against another control deck. I probably don't need Rekindler to start.
How about you pick?
Do we keep the Anivia? I'm definitely keeping the Warmother's Call and a control mirror.
Where you pick it? Okay, so how about another?
Do we keep the bird, Jake?
Yeah.
We should keep the bird? Okay.
And now, Dr. Rooney.
Start the winning? Yeah.
What can we pick it today?
We gotta wait a little bit. We don't have enough points to play our cards yet. So these cost 5 and 6, and we only have 3 mana now.
Haha.
We have to wait. Hey, Huzzleduff, thanks for the brand new tier and sub. I appreciate that. Welcome to Oglandia.
Wait.
Whole lot of nothing going on.
He made it something. I don't know what he doing.
I will play my part.
Do we grasp this, or do we wait and just thresh it?
Maybe pick the blue one.
Welcome back. Is it Wizard? Thanks for the support.
I can't grab it. Now we pick the blue one.
Actually, is it Wizard? Did yours? Oh, it was a little bit back. Think we're just passing here. Back to ourselves. Yeah, there could be some consideration to like using the Grasp of Undying last turn just to use our mana, but like I also don't feel like these early turn mana really matters all that much.
What are you doing?
He hooked our guy. They're gonna fight.
Oh man, he got whitey. Why?
You don't get how the colors work in this game. There are 6 different colors or regions, and you can include any 2 of them in a deck. There's no...
Go back.
So every card has a color, and then you can only include 2 different colors in a given deck. The deck building restrictions are up to 2 colors, up to 6 total champions, and then 3 copies of any individual card.
Maybe why play the same card?
Whatever the
Every
cost.
time we play the same card, it will hurt us.
It's just 1 for 1 this year, so they don't get the random from Karma, I think.
We meet battle cards.
Are there 7 regions? It's pretty good. When's the next region come out? I believe the August set, Jacob. I love you. If you want to be loud, I need you to go back outside, up front, okay? Can you be good and not be loud? It's okay if you want to be loud. You just have to be loud out in the basement, okay? Yeah, I believe the August expansion will include a new region, is what they said. Should we play Sentry out here, use some of our mana, see what they do?
We each died, then found home.
Rekindler. We should do that one. Just blow up the world. I'm gonna blow up the world, chat. I guess we could get denied here, technically. They're in Iona. This getting denied instead of Warmother's control getting denied sounds profitable for us, though. And, like, if they attack in with Karma, Vile Feast finishes her off. Yeah, it feels like a good use of deny for sure.
Look out for reavers.
Go,
Fight the
Daddy.
signal fires.
I show you how we go. So what we do now is because
We're gonna play the big bird, okay?
we play two. We don't play people. Every people is that can be joy and it's just do.
They bounced our bird. You were right. We shouldn't have played it.
Don't play it. Whenever.
So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 cards. I think we just passed here.
Only say your cost. But only you say your cost, right? Right?
Karma is about to level up for the opponent here, which is a little scary.
See, I told you when I do you, baby, you big bird. That is so close.
Why did they just make that ephemeral? Or are they just trying to get a card out of their hand for Karma?
Oh man, oh man,
Weird.
oh man.
Their champion leveled up, Jake.
Oh no, I got 5 balls. I got 5 balls. If you would have 4, it's 2. It do you be big ball, right? Do you be big ball, right? Yeah, keep a big ball.
Yeah, Graph's too little, too late. Karma's already leveled up.
That'd be a good idea.
Okay, Warmother's call worked.
What happened to us?
The fact that, like, we got to bait the deny on the sweeper and then Warmother's call went off here is real good for us. So, Warmother's call means we're going to summon an ally every single turn for the rest of the game. Good luck, Godspeed.
What kind of do you have?
So, I can play another Warmother's call, but the fact that I have a bunch of units stuck here in my hand is kind of brutal at the moment. Like, I'm not sure that it's right to play another Warmother's call with how many units I have stuck in my hand. And then with that will, I'm actually at max hand size here too, right? I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I'm gonna burn my draw next turn, which is unfortunate.
Maybe
And they're playing cards out just so they don't burn cards out of their hand.
These old eyes still see far and clear.
Losing vengeance there, not fantastic.
What? Oh, wait.
It's our bird. The bird leveled up.
Oh,
Yep.
big ball is kind of real. How about another one? Another one. Freeze. Another one. Where is it? Where is it?
You gotta wait. They get a turn to play a card after we play a card.
Just
It's just like in regular games. You have to take turns.
jump
Oh
out.
no, they killed our bird.
Why? What's your ball? Oh no, see I told you. What? An egg. What happened to our egg?
I'm gonna go ahead and drain Karma for 3 here. And then next year we can Withering Wail plus Vile Feast to wipe their board out mostly.
See, I told you don't play big card. Will you play big card? No. Do you? No! No!
No, they killed our egg and the bird's egg.
Okay, see, I told you don't play big one. Don't play big one.
We're gonna be okay, I promise.
Okay. That gives them water down. Water down. And that keep them stay. And that I do you die again.
Don't die again.
Do you be caught again? So do you be caught again?
We gotta wait and see what they do. We gotta take turns. I think the opponent might actually be able to deck us because they've played a couple of when they play karma spells with karma in play, you technically net karmas in your deck, which is awkward. Go ahead and avalanche here and clean their board out. Avalanche, it's everybody with snow. Look at it, all the snow coming down.
How about we do it now? Do it now.
I am. I'm gonna try and get him.
Get him, now. Cool.
Yep, we got him.
Why is not cold?
Because this guy's real big. He hasn't died of the snow.
He never died down low.
They're just passing. I think we just say okay, right? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, I'm not burning. I'm not gonna burn the card I draw for the turn. Warmother's controller summon something. All right, I forgot we had those.
Card that
Grouping on attacks for 8.
card you play.
Yeah, it's a soul gorger.
What big card? Right here.
It's the bird.
Okay. I can't be before yet. Okay, Daddy. I'm so down. Up here, Daddy. Yeah, okay.
They said the computer makes you sound like a robot. Are you a robot or are you a boy? Are you a human boy?
A jet boy.
You're just a boy? I think you're a human. You definitely eat like you're a human.
One candle for every soul.
Warmother's Call really getting a chance to flex here. So let's just box plus whale here.
And
Let's kill their stuff. Yeah, the fact that Warmother's Call gives you something on their turn too really makes it hard for them to keep up. If they have something like a deny here, I have another box.
Whoa, you got it.
And then hopefully they're just dead to open on attacks next turn.
We got what happened.
Look at all of our guys, and they have none, Jake.
You got the same guys. That's good. And with that,
I don't know what's in their hand. It's a good question.
I think I had to buy.
They have like some sweepers here. They gotta have some removal, right?
Buy a big. Buy. What that means? I can't buy.
They're gonna go to 1 here. Okay.
Not buy. What will happen? Whoa, a car happy a car.
I mean, that's the right order if they're setting up to Ruination, right? They could be setting up to Ruination next turn.
The Warmother will unite us all.
Oh, I shouldn't have played this because Warmother's Call still goes even if my bench is full.
No suffering, so we may end it.
Baby card. Well, on. And with that,
So if I harsh winds this, are they all 0 power?
what that means? Then you feel powerful, all the powerful, that powerful card.
Ice baby. Do 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 do. Nice ice baby. Do 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 do.
I see goose.
Definitely a silly goose. So we hook this so it's last. So hopefully they're dead. We won!
The cycle
Good job, Jake. Thanks for helping out. You card game master.
We did it. We did it. We did it.
Hey, chat. Jacob made his own card game. That's pretty cool. The card game you made yesterday. Well, you modified the other card game, right? But you made your own cards for it. That was pretty cool.
And then, how will you be? How about will you back again?
So, Anivia, Ashe. Anivia could be more controlling. Ashe could be more aggressive. She's also a mid-range champion sometimes too, though, so this could be more of a control deck.
Big guy.
I think I'm gonna mulligan all the 6s and keep our 2. Oh, my girls wanted to come visit. Oh, are we burritoed?
We are so burrito sad. This is the best burrito sad
Emma?
ever.
I can see the Demacian border from here.
Super best. Gotta fit the whole family in the camera.
My camera's not used to this much adorable, Jake. Yeah, he's fine. I'd kick him out if he wasn't.
Fair enough.
Poop monster is an accurate term. Do your sister poop a lot? You don't know?
Escapes my watch.
The answer is yes for reference.
No. Oh, yes. That crazy, right?
That's crazy.
Super cool. Oh,
So I'm going to Withering Wail in response here. Because if I kill their thing in response to them trying to kill it to draw 2, they won't draw 2. So looking like their deck's maybe a little bit more on the controlling spectrum, so Warping Wail's not going to have a ton of value anyways. I guess I could have boxed it as well. So they just played it that turn.
We fight for one Freljord.
that's good.
Today we fight as
So we can go ahead and block plus box here, I think. Uses our mana perfectly and trades these. Oh, you know what? This is loose. I should have let combat happen and boxed post-combat, because they could have killed my 2-1 in response after I boxed. So I should have let combat happen before boxing there.
How about we again? How about big boy?
You wanna play this one?
Big car and you and we're 2. Back with you.
It's pretty big.
How about you and 2? They go you do. They can see us.
If I strike a unit with 0 power, kill it. Yikes. Oh, they got our guy. That's okay. We will survive. Hey, hey.
And yeah, to the goose.
I would like to ruin your board.
And
Whoa. You're a great kid. You're great.
Super great.
You are in fact super great. Attack here. This is just a 5/3, so we'll get to grasp that next turn.
How about you be now?
Well, you see, this takes 5, and we only have 3, 4, which is really unfortunate, because now they're going to get another Ashe. Yikes.
And wait the short. Do now.
So do I Avalanche so I can Vile Feast one of these? I think that's the play.
Back the plan. Back the plan. No.
We're still at 20. Perfect. Nailed it, chat. Nailed it. Are you hungry, Jake? Should we have a feast?
She was bold,
Maybe
fair,
I
kind,
will take
much
back.
like you.
Papa, wait.
Oh, that's an Anivia now.
Maybe we. Wait, wait, wait.
I think we're just doing these because they're gonna. This trigger technically kills them, but I can use the spiders to block. So we'll only take one in combat this turn. So I think this is worthwhile.
They're out there.
Sweet. Come on, Daddy.
Let's Thresh here because he'll see the spiders die. He can also block Anivia. Well, the spiders are gonna. The spiders are gonna get got by the snow, buddy. We gotta block with them.
Oh, what happened? Never happened.
He collected the spider souls.
The fire sword?
Yep. So we can Thresh, hook this, and then I can kill the egg post-combat.
Why do you want to kill me?
If we don't kill the egg, the bird will come back.
Okay, just kill them. Just kill it. Just kill it. No, 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 no. No.
Well, I can't kill it now because they got rid of our power.
Okay, so...
Huh? Do I Harsh Winds to keep my thing alive? I feel like I do. Okay, bud. I love you. Can you go play with Declan?
See the Devastating
We cannot be loud. Okay, you can hang out, but you can't scream, okay? That is a phenomenal draw. Let's see if they open on text here or not. Yep, there's the open on text.
You do those, so... Why you need those off?
So I think we go block here, grasp this, end up at 11, and then we can avalanche to clean out the board.
Oh man, goodness, what happened?
Really looking for a Warmother's call here, so we can bridge into some card advantage in the late game. Opponent had two of those things they just had in play, draw cards when they died, which is a little unfortunate.
How about because that'd be a great idea, right?
Maybe grasp post-combat for +2 health. It wasn't +2 health post-combat, Rudy. Because if I do it post-combat, I take a hit for 3 from their bird.
Yeah, like...
So it's less efficient that way.
Yeah, correct.
So with that, we're just passing.
This'll be a slaughter.
Happy. Oh,
Our guy leveled up and got big.
Draco, do you?
So think we have to avalanche here.
Draco become big everywhere.
The tournament this weekend is the current historic format minus Teferi and minus Reclamation.
Become big.
Jumpstart is legal tomorrow, so it's legal this weekend.
I give Draco become... No.
A chill in the air.
I ever want because get Draco because get anyway.
Thresh means this doesn't necessarily have great attacks. I guess blocking this doesn't really do anything though. I think I'm gonna go ahead and Withering Wail here so we kill this so that way my Thydmere lives. Hey, Baron Zale. Thanks for the Prime support. I appreciate it.
chill before the storm.
I guess this is this isn't even that good, just because this is just gonna die to her trigger next turn anyways. Woof.
I'll lead us to victory.
It means they're gonna have victory and we're gonna lose. Yeah, we got half. It's an appropriate response. We got halfway into our deck without finding either of our 2 copies of Warmother's Call, which was what we needed at that point. We lose. That's okay. You can't win all of them.
You can win them. You can win them.
If you're able to win all of them, it probably means your game isn't well balanced or it's Magic the Gathering. Wait, those are the same thing, right? Alright, so opponent is playing Maokai Nautilus, so they're playing the Deep. I'm gonna keep Call and Hearthguard here. Drawing the second Call is not particularly exciting.
I call it the wind. Yes.
I'm just cantripping this. Our deck definitely feels like it lacks things to do on turns 3 and 4 in matchups where we're not looking to clear the board out right away, but that's probably also not too big of a deal a lot of the time.
Well, how about I need to
Now I get to start slamming Hearthguards to pump our deck up before we Warmother's Call. Opponent also... hold on, Jake. Notable here, has 31 cards left in their deck, so they're not really tossing particularly aggressively here.
I do know.
What do you want to do? We gotta wait.
That will maybe cute.
Strength is yours.
That this is. She got say cards. Say pictures. But you know. Not big again. Bye.
Do I just avalanche here?
Yes.
You are way too excited about that.
Yes. Just do now. Please.
You want me to avalanche? So the problem with avalanching is if I avalanche and they play out any other unit, it creates a temporary unit from this. But if they don't have a unit, I get to like attack for 10, which is pretty appealing. But like I don't have good attacks without the avalanche either. And the avalanche like maybe gives me 2 attacks, and I don't need the spell mana for a couple of turns yet. So I think I'm gonna do this and try and get a big hit in this turn. Let's see what they do. They have 6 mana. We could see the 6-drop Obliterate Fish happen now that I knocked these below 4 health.
What happened?
The Obliterate Fish is the punish here. Yeah.
Oh
For people that are asking about games that I'm playing, you can always find my schedule on my website or in the channel description. Schedule includes not only when I'm streaming, but what I'm streaming when. If you're wondering about different games. So this checks upon resolution as well if it works. So if I go ahead and box in response here, it will knock this down to 1 health, which means it no longer obliterates my thing. We can mouse over the eye to see that that's the case. And then a further counterplay here on the opponent's part. They were not hitting deep very quickly before, but now they've double jettisoned, which is going to let them... Which lets them do that. We might not survive to get to stick Warmother's Call here. We'll see. Getting into the range where a fling is lethal at this point. What do we do now, Jacob? I think we Sentry and see what they do. If they have a Nautilus, we're probably dead. I have a Vile Feast that can finish off the 7-1, and then we can potentially Warmother's Call next turn. You can click on this guy, but you can't click on the cards in my hand, bud. You want a Soul Gorger? I don't think I'm Soul Gorgering. I think I want to be able to have multiple blockers here. I think that's pretty... I think my goal is to, like, not accidentally die next turn before I can get Warmother's Call going. I'm trying to just be as conservative as possible to get set up so I can get Warmother's Call going next turn. There's the Nautilus, unfortunately.
Oh man, where is that guy? Whoa!
He is a big sea monster. So the sequence I think I'm gonna the sequence I think I'm going to take leaves us dead. To fling. Do I want to do that? Nah, maybe I just Hearthguard here. This is a 7/7. It's a big scary monster. Yeah, I think I need to play this out because of the threat of them opening on attacks next turn. Oh, Maokai's leveling. Yeah, we're just super dead. We just like can never beat a Maokai level. This matchup seems really hard.
Oh, what we do is...
Yeah, we're just dead at this point. Not really sure. I'm not really sure you can meaningfully fix that matchup. We're just kind of too slow. By the time, like, our opponent was even pretty slow to get deep there. And just, like, we just don't really get rolling till turns, like, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, Maokai is a pretty solid counter to, Braum Lux. I'll again these and keep the 2-drops. The Deep devours control decks. I don't think that's strictly true. I think it devours decks like this one that don't plan to win the game until well into the double digits. But I think there's a number of decks that I would classify as control in this game that win the game at or before turn 10.
Nothing escapes my watch.
The opponent's username is definitely inappropriate. It was a sneeze.
They're out there. I'll spot them.
Is there a player report function?
Boy,
Doesn't look like it. Doesn't look like there's one in client, at least.
Follow along, little ones.
I'm just passing because I expect them to attack here. I'm going to go ahead and block this one. And then we'll avalanche post-combat. That's unfortunate because this is tough now.
cake. A cake.
The Poros ate the cake.
Why only the cake?
The cake makes the Poro stronger. Cake makes you strong. Does cake make you strong? Do you like cake?
Daddy, you push it. I don't make.
Unite us all.
Yeah.
Oh, they will.
Today we fight as one. You've gone and
I
spoken.
ate a whole sheet cake last month and I didn't get any stronger.
That's weird.
That is weird, right? Because cake's supposed to make you strong.
Not anymore.
Oh, cake doesn't make you strong anymore?
Yeah, after you got behind Knuckle. See, beside Bangs.
She has a barrier. Okay, so we're definitely just setting up to Ruination next turn, right? It's tough. It's a tough little Poro. I think I'm just gonna play Soul Gorger here.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm not supposed to do that if I play into Ruination.
We got salmon, right? We got them. Okay. Oh no. We got salmon. That means to do big card. That is good. We got salmon. We got salmon. That means we got get big cards. Yeah. We get big.
The support opens a web browser.
We got salmon.
Yeah, I'm aware that you can report players outside of the client.
Salmon.
We do have 7.
Get big card.
It does, you're right. We actually have 7 plus 2, which means we can play this card that costs 9.
Oh, whoa, that's really wide.
It is scary, you're right.
Oh no, bad boogie.
That's a spooky Porto. Spooky, spooky, spooky. I assume they're going to open attacks and smack us for 9 here, which is unfortunate. Open attacks and smack us for 12, which is unfortunate.
May he drop it. May he drop it. He get his different numbers. But say number, a ball, two balls. Now we have to say number.
I think I just go to 3, and I'm going to play Hearth. They're not playing Noxious, so I think I'm going to go to 3, play the Hearthguard here. So I don't really have to worry about Reach. They don't have Atrocity, and they're not playing Noxious. So I do this, I bank 3 mana. Next turn, we Warmother's Call, get a guy. And then the following turn, we've got Harsh Winds and stuff, and we'll get another guy on their turn. So, like, we're not going to get denied. We're not going to get burned out. Hopefully, Warmother's Call lets us take over the game here. Perfect. Just actual best hits in the deck. So this will gain us 4.
Careful. Why he's bad? He got
7. So Warmother's Call triggers every turn now.
Oh, he has heal, Dad. He has heal.
Is that a good hit, chat?
Oh, wait. What the thing? Wait, I see.
It looks like a seal.
That made it bad. I caught a shield, so I'm attacking.
Ready for this is our homeland.
Yeah, correct. There we go.
So we do this, and then we just gain 10 from this attack. It's like this. No big. Hit me, gain 10. Good combat step. Good combat step. Everybody in agreement.
Many tribes under one banner.
Well, okay, now I just attack with this and then play the Ruination, right? And they don't recover, because I have Warmother's Call going. Don't hit people. That's not nice. Even if I'm big, it's still not nice to hit. Tickles are okay. You can tickle. Tickle. Is whale not better? I'd rather kill their whole board.
The light guides you.
Like, I've got Vengeance left over. I've got Warmother's Call going. Like, wow, I really haven't had a champion die yet, have I? Was that a good draw, chat? What do we think? Was that a good draw? I love you, Jacob. Thanks for hanging out. Close the door behind you. Last 2 draws a bit above average. It's not bad. Not bad. Yeah, it's our second time playing it. If you haven't seen this deck before, we played it on stream in the past. You go back through stuff up on my website and my YouTube channel. Lots of good ones in there. Opponent's playing Teemo, Noxious Piltover, so almost assuredly an aggro deck. I'm going to mulligan Harsh Winds and Warmother's Call. I'm going to keep the Avalanche and the Soul Gorger. Soul Gorger's a little bit expensive, but I like a card to help me stabilize when we make it to the mid game. Although, having drawn a bunch of 5-drops, kind of wish I would have mulliganed. Runeterra is really good, Snooty DB. And like it's honestly really refreshing that not only is like the core gameplay great, but a lot of the things surrounding the game have also been incredibly well done. Man, our hand's super awkward here. The fact that, like, the client software is good, and the fact that the client software is good, this is an excellent draw, and the fact that the consumer model is very friendly for free to play as well as pay to play. Like, they really have just nailed all the details.
War Mason, reporting for duty.
Yep. Well, it's looking like, the way my hand lined up this game, we're just gonna die. Probably should have mulliganed this 6 rather than keeping it. What Lux deck is my favorite? Lux Ash. We played a Lux Ash control a couple days ago. So for people that are new to Runeterra and wondering maybe why I'm not playing out some of my better units here, the mana that you bank in this game is only usable for spells. This was one of our better draws. Yeah, we played some Lux Shen again yesterday, and my conclusion at the end was it kind of just felt worse. Like, it was a worse Lux deck than Lux Fiora, or it was a worse Shen deck than Shen Fiora, and it was a worse Lux deck than Lux Ash. Yeah, I really like as someone who wants the games that I play to be something that I really enjoy, and, like, wants to discuss every possible avenue of improving them, like, it's honestly just endlessly frustrating and, like, beats me down when I hear people are like, well, you can't implement that good idea because that good idea for your digital card game has a bad repercussion on the small amount of people that play standard and paper. Like, yeah, it's so, like, playing a game that's focused on just making their game good and not also focused on being a stock market for assholes is, like, refreshing and wonderful. Like, getting to just, like, enjoy my game as a game and not, like, a game that's also a stock market simulator is great. And, like, Arena could have been the opportunity to break away from that a little bit. And, like, even the Jumpstart stuff with Arena, right? Like, Jumpstart, there's still finance screwery with how you get cards in Arena with how the Jumpstart acquisition is going. If you haven't heard me describe it before, Studi Duty, the economy in this game is literally you just get to buy exactly the cards you want with the in-game currency you purchase. There's no ripping random card packs. There's no predatory purchasing purchasing or gambling involved. Like, Magic Arena's economy is more consumer-friendly than secondary markets, but it's still incredibly predatory compared to what Runeterra offers, just being able to buy what you want. Like, the fact that this Thresh costs me $3 to buy, and 2 months from now, it'll cost new players who get into Runeterra still just $3 to buy, is great. The fact that someone says, hey Jeff, what does that deck cost? And you can look at the contents of the deck and tell people exactly the dollar amount is awesome. Ask how much. The nerf on Black Market Merchant here being super relevant. The fact that it's an X1 now means I can kill it with Withering Wail, which is great. I made a spreadsheet yesterday with the earnings of stuff I've made in Runeterra being free to play. In 5 weeks, I've accrued about $100 worth of card equity. That's awesome. Yes, this card was previously a 2-2. It was nerfed down to a 2-1. Do you have any Runeterra decks recommendations? Darius Aggro or Demacia Bannermen would be 2 decks that I've played pretty recently that I'd recommend as good intro decks to the game. I'm gonna go ahead and just wail here.
Guns blazing.
Again, a little bit awkward in this deck's curve on the 4th turn of the game. If opponent opens on attacks next turn, we're going to take a pretty big hit. I do at least get to deploy Thresh and start beating things down. I suppose I could Vengeance something here. So these have Scout, which means they get to attack twice. Do I just Vengeance this? If I Vengeance this, I'm taking 8, 9, 10, 11. Good chance we're just gonna die here. Seeing some of the... We saw some of our deck coming really well in the first couple of games that we play. Seeing some of it clunk up here a little bit in these last couple of games.
There's plenty of killing left.
That puts us to 1, right?
They don't need riches.
Actually, just into the warning shot. Let's try one more here. This deck might need its curve dragged down a little bit. As constructed. Braum blocks. Okay, control mirror. Our deck's great control mirrors. I'm gonna keep the Hearthguard. It's a great card to have on 5. We're actually not playing the Rampant Growth, which might be wrong. It might be wrong.
See the Demacian border from here. For the homestead.
Our head. I think I'm burning a Harsh Winds as a gain 5 here.
Will no one lift
Gain 6.
safeguard our homes? We fight for one Freljord.
Remembrance is pretty good. Just gonna pass here, because if they want to Challenger this, we'll probably Harsh Winds.
Glory unrelenting.
So we're gonna take 5 here, down to 11. Next turn we get to deploy this and start to gain back up a little bit. Rabner, thank you for the 37 months of support. That's a long time. Thanks for keeping me around. Huh? What if I just go Hearthguard into Sentry and then see if we can Ruination next turn? I kind of like that.
The Warmother will unite us all. Their guilt is evident.
So long that we've gone from Paper Magic to Runeterra. Yeah, there was some Hex and some Rated stuff in there in the middle.
Mages can't hide from me.
That's pretty good. I don't really have good attacks because this eats my things in combat. So that's tough. So it takes 1 less damage from everything.
You can't outrun justice.
Gonna die to a Stiff Breeze here, but not just dead.
Alert the village. My call. They're out there. I'll spot them.
I fight for the fallen.
These are 5/8s. This is lifesteal, though. There's some appeal to getting Thresh down, because if I play Thresh, the other Thresh turns into a box. I think I want the lifesteal, though.
Everywhere I go, the light follows.
Open attacks and then Ruination. No, that's bad because they'll just pass post-combat and then they'll play units out after I play my stuff and then they'll open attacks and kill me. Can always find my schedule on my website. Includes not only when I'm going to be live, but what I'm going to be live with when.
Pushing my limits.
Probably dead here.
The end.
You will be scoured from this land.
Ready the torches. Alert the village.
Alright, let's talk about this deck and wrap up and move along to the next one. So, after playing through a few games there, I think this deck definitely needs its curved dragged down a bit with some cheaper threats. So, I think Rekindler's probably what I would cut. The fact that Rekindler is like, getting Thresh back with Rekindler is often not that amazing. I feel, or maybe even Harshwind could go too. We need to take some of this top end and play some more cheap 2 and 3s. 'Cause yeah, this is a greedy version of an already greedy deck. Yeah, I think that's a good summary. Is Innkeeper in our colors? He is. Yeah, that's probably exactly what you want. This is probably exactly what you want. Is Innkeeper. I think you could definitely just play Brahmanivia and just shove Warmother's Call into the top end of Brahmanivia, but I think at that point you're kind of veering off in the direction of being a different deck. Like, again, like, there's definitely a very good Brahmanavia deck, and I think that's arguably the best control deck in the format right now. Maybe Easy Karma's up there too, but that's, like, also, like, you could probably make the argument that that's more of a combo deck than a full-on control deck. I don't know. I'm a pretty big fan of Ruination. Card's pretty good. Yeah, I would probably fit in some Tavern Keepers at a minimum. Just wanna drag the curve down. We just had a ton of games in that set where, like, turns 3 and 4 are just, like, had nothing to do. How large the card pool is. I think we're around 300 unique cards. Anybody know offhand what the number is? All right, at any rate, I'm gonna hit a quick ad roll and flip on over to the next one. I like how I just asked, like, I had a number and then 2 other people gave 2 different numbers. Someone look it up and provide a source, please. I appreciate you. Somebody look up a number and give me a source. We will be back in just a few minutes. We are going to play a rally mid-range brew here, featuring some Lucian and some Zed. So we'll be back in just a few. Thanks for hanging out today, folks. Don't go anywhere.